Good morning!
Good morning!
Day 3, Cancun.
And today, we're heading to Chichén Itzá.
We're Anna D and Adam, vloggers living in Colorado. After the pandemic shut everything down in March of 2020, we took a hard look at our life up until that moment and realized we'd barely hiked 10 trails in the 5 years we've been living here. This was a wake-up call for us as we were prioritizing all of our time working and none of our time living. So we decided to get out into the mountains more, until now that is, where we decided to trade our beautiful mountains for the ocean.
Right now, it is 6:40 in the morning and we're picking up a bus at 7:20. So we got 40 minutes before we need to go jump on a shuttle bus.
To go to Chichén Itzá today.
And this is gonna be a full all-day tour. We're gonna jump on a bus. I'm sure we're gonna see lots of stops along the way, but ultimately, we're going to Chichen Itzá. Chichen Itzá.
Oh my God, if you are from Mexico or Mayan, we're not trying to be offensive. This is the literally best way for an American. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be super mean to Americans, but it is a really easy way to remember how to pronounce Chichén Itzá if you remember chicken pizza.
And that's what they told us last time when we came down in 2013 we came down.
Yes, they did tell us that on the tour.
Yeah, so that's why I said it. I'm not trying to be a jerk.
Yeah, so the tour guide is the one who told us. All right, so plan for today. We're gonna get on a bus, probably stop at Valladolid, which is a town on the way to Chichén Itzá. At some point we're stopping there. We're going to Chichén Itzá, and then we're going to Cenote Saamal.
Ooh.
Which we did last time, but we didn't jump in because it was pouring rain.
We have to talk on monsoon.
Monsoon, awful. So anyways, you ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
No, Ana Bruce, right? Hey, Lee. Let's go. Vamos, amigos.
We are going to a beautiful place. We are going to Chichén Itzá. Nos vamos a Chichén Itzá. From here we go all the way to a beautiful place named Pisté, and you have the chance to buy Mexican handcraft.
We're sorry that it's kind of loud. There's nowhere really quiet to record this, so hopefully you'll hear us.
Basically like right on a street, the main road into the town.
So real quick, we just got off in a town called Pisté here on the way to the archaeological site of Chichen Itza and on the way to the Iquil cenote.
Exactly, but on the bus about 2.5 hours to get here.
Almost 3, and this town had about 1,000 in population back 11 years ago, and now it's over 10,000, and that's thanks to tourism and the money that the tourists spend here on souvenirs.
Because it's so close to Chichen Itzá.
So those are the facts, and now we're gonna go ahead and meander some more.
Okay, see you soon.
Bye!
We do exactly an hour and 15 minutes with your tour guide, and then you do 45 minutes by yourself.
Chichén Itzá. Okay, so we interrupt this vlog to fill in some spots for you. There's a bit of confusion with our guide, and he reassured us the fluffy thing, also known as our microphone, on top of our camera was allowed in Chichén Itzá. However, the security guard disagreed with us and told us we had to leave our microphone behind.
Upon entering Chichen Itza, we spent the first hour with our tour guide Carlos, and here are some of the better sounding and more interesting clips of him telling us all about the ruins.
Same family was the family Itza. That's why we call this place Chichén Itzá. In Maya means chi, mouth. Chen is water well. Itza, 2 words. Itza, water. So we are in the mouth of the water well of the wizard. My friends, 3 more colors. Blue. In the Mayan times, when you see a person painting on the skin with blue colors, was a person ready to be sacrificed. You're lucky today. You're lucky today. You're lucky today. I'm lucky today. You're lucky today.
Oh, I got red.
Otherwise, sacrifice. 2 more colors. Green and yellow. Why I have green in me? I love green and yellow. White, yellow. The day. White, green.
The earth?
Got it.
Wow.
And if you have no questions, we're gonna move to that temple and we see red, green, and yellow color. In the middle, you see 2 snakes. One to the north, one to the south. So I mean, those are rattlesnakes. And for Mayas, believe it or not, this is the representation of the Milky Way of the universe.
Last time we were here, it was pouring. This is our redemption trip.
The ball with this, or with this. I'm gonna give the ball to the captain. Captain is in charge to hit the ball and put it inside the ball. The ball like this. Clap, 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 clap. Position, hit the ball and put it inside the ball.
So the spectators look down from the top, the royal family in that building, and everybody else up there, because this was considered the underworld. So if a woman couldn't get pregnant, she would come and dance here for 3 days and pray to the fertility gods.
If you look well, a jaguar, a lion, a dog, it has arms. This is, my friend, in English, you name it or you call it, a shape shifter.
We want to talk about some notable facts that Carlos shared with us. The first being a shapeshifter in one of the ruins, which I happen to find interesting. Next, the buildings were actually painted in different colors. And finally, quetzals, the bird, are not actually found in Chichén Itzá. They were actually found in southern Mexico all the way to Panama. So, what sound is being created when you clap in front of the temple? Okay, back to the voiceover.
We then went to go explore on our own for about 50 minutes. After walking around, insert the montage here, we said goodbye to Chichén Itzá and walked back to our bus where we united with our microphone.
Yay!
Once everyone was back on board, we headed to
Pisté.
She does it way better than I do. To have lunch at a place where we stopped to have our potty break first in the morning. It's lunchtime. Woohoo! Finally.
During lunch, we were served a delicious buffet of Mexican food, international food, and Mayan-inspired food, including cochinita pibil, which is a Mayan dish. And of course, I got my fresh coconut, which I always look forward to when we visit Mexico. We sat down and we were pleased to enjoy some live entertainment.
With our bellies nice and full, we got back in the bus and headed towards our next stop.
We have arrived at Cenote Saamal. So now we're gonna switch to GoPro mode. All right, let's go. So the last time that we were here, hopefully you can hear me, it was pouring rain, as we've talked already plenty, and because we were already soaked, completely drenched, we decided not to jump into the cenote because, well, we were already wet and didn't want to be any more wet. We were so done. So this time, we get to jump into a cenote, and it's a different one than we did last time. So let's go.
Go jump in the shower now. Let's go. Whew. After sitting on the hot bus, that feels fantastic. So now we're actually gonna go jump in the cenote.
You excited?
I don't know.
Are we excited? I think so.
Maybe.
I hope so.
Have you met Rachel yet?
I'm Rachel. Now I follow this blog.
I know. She's one of our YouTube fans.
I'm ready. Ready to watch me. That's the only reason I follow.
Let's go get our jacket. Oh, it's wet. At least my lady parts aren't gonna fly out. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Ahí vamos. Gracias. Wow. Wow. Qué bello. All right, let's go. All right. What'd you think?
Oh, that was so much fun. Like,
Here, let's get close. What'd you think?
that was so much fun. Like the half second before we jumped in, my heart like spiked for a second, and then we went in.
Mine spiked even more because you went down first and you were dragging me down.
Was I?
My leg was like this in the air.
I was like 1, 2, 3, and then I jumped.
We did it! It was so ungraceful. Did you guys jump?
No, we don't.
From the top?
We went on the slippery steps.
We jumped up from there.
No.
I hesitated. Oh my god, I'm so glad we have a life vest.
They're different.
Alright, here comes. Here they come. Oh my god. Hey, here comes the other ones. That's the same face I made.
My contact.
That's oh, nice. And the exact same face I made. That's still recording.
The plan at this point is to head back to the bus, and then we'll jump back on there and head to the hotel.
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
Oh god.
We have a small confession to make.
Do we?
Yeah.
Oh, what do we do?
This is the next day.
Oh yeah, we were tired.
So we got back. Around 9 something. 9:30.
Yeah, but then we went to go and have dinner with Adam's family. And then after that, we got back like at 11. And by then, we were so tired.
Yeah, I didn't want to go into bed till about 12:30 last night, and I went to bed about 12.
I was already really cranky on the bus anyways. I wanted to finish the video yesterday, and Adam was like, no, we need to do this, and this. And I'm like, ugh, fine. So I'm like, let's just do it tomorrow.
It was just one thing.
No, it wasn't just one thing.
Okay.
Anyways, we also wanted to record this on our balcony because it's so beautiful outside, but the hotel has these water fountains in the pool area that just, the noise is too much for you to be able to hear us clearly. So we're in our kitchen, so we're not on the couch again.
It's aesthetically pleasing, it's just not video pleasing.
Yeah.
But whatever. Okay, so anyway, the thing I wanted to talk about yesterday was, what did you think about the tour? How did you like it? Pause for effects. And coffee's still loading. I should put like a progress bar right here.
Stop, let me enjoy it. Okay, so the tour, so we've done this tour, or a version of this tour before, and the last time we mentioned poured, so it was miserable. This time it was really hot, but it wasn't raining. So what did I think about the tour? I mean, I thought there were some points where we waited for things a little extra long that I didn't know why we were waiting. So like, for example, we waited like an hour from our transfer from the shuttle, from the hotel to the actual tour. And I didn't know why or how long we waited, but it ended up being, I think, like an hour. So it would have been nice to know, like, so we would have bought coffee and breakfast instead of sitting there waiting. But anyways, so as far as the tour itself, like, I thought it was great. Carlos was amazing. He was very, very knowledgeable, dropped some tips and things, not tips, but some facts that we didn't find online. Like they discovered all of these kids' skeletons in the one of the sacrificial pits or something. And he was like, I don't know why you would ever sacrifice kids. And we said the same thing. So it was really weird. But there were other things, like we didn't know that they played the ball game at night. Hence why the acoustics were so great, because they couldn't see each other, but they could hear each other.
Yeah, they heard like the ball clacking off like the walls and stuff.
Yeah, so it was really cool. And we learned, you know, like that the spectators were on top, you know, because they were looking at the underworld, which were the players, AKA soon to be dead.
Yeah.
So he had a lot of great facts and I really enjoyed that. And then what I loved finishing with was the cenote.
Yeah. For me, I enjoyed a lot of the tour. I would have just liked to have rearranged some things and cut some things. Because we started off and we went to the place where we kind of walked around the shops, which I understand, bringing money into the Mayan people, help the economy, et cetera, et cetera. For me personally as a tourist, I feel like I could just cut all of that hour and some change out.
So let me interject. It's not to offend the salespeople.
Oh, sure.
The only thing is, so he was saying, you know, it's a lot of Mayan crafts and made in Mexico, which yes, it's true. However, these are the same things that we've seen in Puerto Vallarta. We've seen them in Cabo San Lucas. We've seen them here in Cancun. We've seen them at the airport. So I think I was expecting like more unique to that specific tribe of people versus stuff that I've seen all over and that we already have plenty of from all of our trips to Mexico. So I think that was the only thing that was a little disappointing, but I could see that like if you've never really been to Mexico, how it's absolutely worth it, because you're gonna find stuff over there that is much cheaper than you would find at the airport or like downtown Cancun or downtown Puerto Vallarta or downtown Cabo. So
agreed.
Continue.
Yeah, I guess for us, since we've done it so many times. Good point. Thank you for bringing that up. For me personally, I would have just said, let's cut that and then gone to Chichén Itzá first, because once that sun was up around noontime, it was blistering. Anna looks like
it's hot.
Her nose is
like
pink.
A lobster.
Her neck is pink. I think I would have getting there sooner, having more time at Chichén Itzá would have been nice. Mm-hmm. And then doing the cenote next when we're all sitting there hot and sweaty and stinky, just kind of rinse all that off, then do lunch and then come back.
Yeah, but if we would have done that, we wouldn't have had lunch till like 4.
But if we cut out that beginning part, that would have moved things over.
True. I would have much rather done it in that order that we did it and then spent the extra hour at the cenote. So like 2 hours at the cenote would have been like amazing.
Like I said hour, but you're like, oh, we got an hour here.
So fast.
Yeah, absolutely. Because they have the tequila there. They've got some like restaurants you can eat there. Just, you can spend a lot more time there.
Yeah.
But I think that's not only correct. It's the only thing that I would have changed if I could have changed things. I'm super happy we did it, had a great time, no issues or anything like that, and it was fantastic.
Yeah.
So I think we want to wrap up this.
Yeah, it's totally worth doing if you've never seen it. It's a UNESCO site, one of the 7 wonders of the world, so cross that off your list. And it's here, you know, if you live in the Americas, it's on this side of the continent.
Yeah, and it is about a 2.5 hour drive.
This side of the water. Yeah. You get it.
It's about a 2.5 hour drive, so bring something on the bus. Just to keep yourself occupied. If it's just a phone or a book or a podcast or whatever, just bring that with you too. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the plan for the day is, and then we're gonna wrap this up, is pool or beach. We haven't decided yet.
That'll be a different vlog.
Yeah, that'll be next week's vlog or the next vlog, let's put it that way. Mm-hmm. So let's do that wrap up thing. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button if you have not subscribed already. And if you come to Cancun, let us know what other adventures you like to do. I don't know if we're gonna get to Isla Mujeres this trip, but I think we're gonna spend some time in the future coming back and doing that in the future.
Precisely. And make sure that you check out Cancun Passion, who was our tour guide. You know, with the pandemic, a lot of these businesses and people have been hit really hard because their livelihood is tourism. It's those tips. booking trips. And the thing is, you know, we're very privileged in the United States that we have unemployment and that our employers try to keep us afloat while we were closed, especially, you know, your job and my job. And the people down here don't necessarily have that. So if you do come to Mexico, any part of Mexico, please don't forget to support these local businesses, tip. I mean, if you were privileged enough to get paid while everything was closed, maybe give them a little bit of extra money, because, you know, what goes around comes around, in the sense that the universe will repay you for your kindness to other people and helping them. So don't forget that when you come down, that these people have had a hell of a time these last 2 years, and things are finally opening back up for them. So take care of them so that they can take care of you and make your stay extra special.
Yeah, and just to put a little stat in there, which I think is...
Okay.
Just a stat, sorry.
Yeah.
Last year, they had 2.4 million tourists come down to Cancun. That's compared to 6 million the year prior to that. So we're talking less than half amount of people came down here, so that's a lot of money for them.
It's a third. So imagine if your paycheck was cut to a third.
Yeah.
So 2/3 cut. Can you pay your bills with only 30% of your income?
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah. So
that's tough.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up and sharing that.
Yeah. All right, so with that note, if you enjoyed this video, all of our friends from Mexico are gonna be subscribing after that. Everybody else might not.
Skip.
Hit the subscribe, hit the bell, support whatever you can when you travel, especially in tourist-based countries. And follow us on Instagram. And most importantly, if you want to see what gear we used today for vlogging during our visit to Chichén Itzá and the cenote, click the link below. I'll leave it for you. And I'll leave Cancun Passion's link below as well.
Thank you so much for watching, and we're looking forward to bringing the next adventure for you. Bye.
Bye.